Hello everyone, welcome to Chess Hub. Today we will be looking into a very interesting opening which start with d4, 1 d4, d5, and from here there are many variations. The best known variations is pawn to c4, the queen's gambit line, but today we will be not looking into this one. We will be looking into Blackmar diamond variations, which start with pawn to e4, and from here black gonna capture on e4, and white gonna develop his knight on c3 and developing a piece, and same time keeping an eye on pawn on e4. And from here black gonna develop his knight also on f6. Developing a knight, always a good option, and defending the pawn on e4. And from here white gonna play f3 and black gonna capture on f3. So black plays f3, and from here we gonna offer a rider gambit by queen takes f3, and black captures on d4. And this there is a trap the white is setting up for black, the halosar trap, by offering this pawn on d4. From here white gonna develop his bishop, and at the same time he gonna attack the queen by playing bishop to e4. And from here black has couple of options. He can retreat with queen, but many players do not prefer to retreat the queen because if you develop a piece you not want to retreat. So from here white can play queen to g4, which is a very good option for black, or maybe the best option for black. We will be looking into this, but for now we will be looking into when black plays queen to b4. From black plays queen to b4, hoping that he is attacking the pawn on b2. At the same time he knows that white can never push to b3, because then his knight on c3 will fall, and he can never move his knight because knight is pinned. So black's hopes that this is a very good move, but this is the trap in which black is fallen into. From here we will simply gonna castle queen side. The king safety is very much important in game, but at the same time we are grabbing this whole a beautiful d file for our rook, and this was the whole point of sacrificing the pawn on d4 to grab the open file for our rook. So from here white gonna develop his light square bishop on g4, hoping that he is pinning the queen and the rook, and at least won the queen or the exchange. So from here we are gonna ignore this one and play knight to b5. A very excellent move in this position, and if black is careless or he plays something like bishop takes on bishop takes queen on f3, then this will be a pretty good game for white, as a knight capture on c7 is straightforward checkmate for white. The rook is covering this d file, so king has nowhere to go. This d8 square is covered by the rook, and d7 square is also covered by the rook. So black king has nowhere to go. So this will be checkmate. So let's look what's the best move in this position for black. So from here, black gonna play knight to a6. You never want to play a knight on the rim of the board. There is a famous quote in chess saying that a knight on a rim is dim. But to defend the pawn on c7, this is the pretty much forced move for black. So black gonna play knight to a6. So from here we will simply going to take the pawn on b7, and now at the we are attacking the pawn on c7. At the same time, we are also attacking the rook on a8. So black has not much option to play. He can never capture on d8 simply because knight takes c1 will check the king and open up a discover attack on the queen on b4. So this will be pretty shared for black and a good game for white. So in this position, the best move for black is something like queen to e4. From here, he is protecting the rook on a8, and at the same time attacking the undefended black dark square bishop of white. So from here, we will simply gonna take the knight on a6, and this will be a pretty simple game for white. Black can never play on rook to d8 because simply queen captures rook on c8, then bishop takes queen, and again this knight to 7 will be a checkmate. This such an important move for white. This knight to b5 was. So from here, black gonna capture the bishop on e3 with check, and now the forced move for white will to move king to b1. And now again we are going in same variations where black can never put his rook to defend this c7 pawn, and this will be a pretty good game for white, and easy one too. So this is completely lost for black. So we will be looking into some another variations where in this position. No, we will be looking into variation from here. Here. Here, if black wanna play something like pawn to e5 to make some breathing room for king, then we will simply gonna capture on a7, b7, and from here, if black gonna capture rook on d8, we will simply play knight to c7 check, and this will again open up a discovered attack from the queen. So this will also be a pretty good game for white. And now we will look into variation we saw earlier from here. The best move for black in this position will to play queen to g4, but nevertheless we will castle queen side just to occupy the open d file, and black gonna capture on f3, and we're gonna recapture with a developing move, knight captures on f3, and from here white will have a pretty much winning game, you can say. As look at the black pieces, bishop is undeveloped, knight is undeveloped, this rook is undeveloped, and this bishop is undeveloped, and this knight is this rook is also undeveloped. And look at the white pieces. White has achieved the king's safety, very important move, and his rook is developed, and his knight is developed, his dark square bishop is developed, and his light square bishop is not developed but is ready to jump into the game via this diagonal anytime soon. And white also have this open d file, so this will be a pretty much good game for white. So this was the halosar trap opening line for white, a very interesting line, and there also still very much combination to show, but these are the most common variation we saw. And this line is also very common in rapid or bullet game. You can always play this line with white, and I have also achieved much success from this line in a bullet game. So yeah, that's it from this video, and please like the video and comment in comment section, and if you have not subscribed the channel, do subscribe. And yeah, I will see you soon with another interesting video. Thank you.